welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's unboxing is an advent calendar, a tea advent calendar. It's the Bird and Blend advent calendar for 2022. So I bought this myself. I'm a huge Bird and Blend fan and I love this calendar. Last year, I'll put a card here if you want to see what they did last year. This year is pretty similar with some little differences, and we're going to unbox the whole calendar. I'm going to tell you all about it. It is currently available. They also did a really exciting countdown to Halloween, like spooky advent calendar, which was I think a 13-day calendar. I've ordered it. I will be unboxing it for you just as soon as it arrives. That sold out really quickly, so if you want this, do not hang around because they do sell out. I'll put a picture on the screen of the cool Halloween one because I just think it's so cool. If you do decide you want to get the Christmas calendar, it's available worldwide. There's obviously different shipping costs according to where you live, but I'll put a link underneath if you do decide to go and pick it up. The link is an affiliate link. That means it doesn't cost you any extra to make a purchase, but if you do decide to buy anything, I may get a small commission for referring you, which helps me to keep making these videos and makes me very happy because I love all of your support. So in the video, like I said, we're going to completely unbox this. Bird and Blend are a UK tea company. Been going for quite a while now. They believe in really good tea and they make so many incredible different blends. I'm actually drinking one of their blends now. This is Butter Blend, which is a lovely kind of black tea with like notes of caramel and things in there. A little bit Harry Potter-ish, I think, is where they're going with this one, but it's so sweet and delicious. And this is kind of part of their seasonal, like autumnal range. They do like Christmas ranges and different ranges throughout the year. So of course I'm going to be sipping on tea while we're talking about tea. So this is what the calendar looks like this year. It's made out of cardboard. It's got a Christmas tree on it, which is a really nice little touch. And then when you open it out, on one side here, you will see there's a little bit of information here about the different teas, and it talks about strength. It tells you about the amount of minutes that you're going to brew your tea for, and it does tell you this on each individual box that's got the tea inside, perfect temperatures, all that good stuff. There's also a QR code, which if you scan that on your phone or tablet or what have you, brings up the interactive digital tea adventure, which I did last year. And it allows you to like rate the different teas. There's also an online sort of chat function where you can chat with other tea fans about what you think about that day's blend, and it just added a whole other level of coolness to my kind of tea experience. On the inside, the other inside, we have got a My Minute tea wall. Now, if you've ever been in a Bird and Blend store, if you haven't and you live near one, I would totally recommend it. They are all over London. I'm nowhere near London, by the way, but they're in lots of different locations. They're in Manchester and lots of different places. Like I said, check out the website for that. But they have what they call a tea wall, which is where they have all their teas on one wall. I mean, the name kind of suggests it, doesn't it? And what happens is when we turn around these boxes, which have got your teas in for, obviously, for Advent, it's got a little picture on the back of what that would look like on the tea wall. It will make more sense as we go along, but there's a space here for you to kind of list which ones are your favourites, which ones like top shelf, and just kind of allows you to work with it and just make it a bit of a fun experience. So there's actually 48 tea bags in here. So every day of Advent, 24 days, we get 2 tea bags. So you can either have 2 cups of the same tea, or you can share it with someone else, which is a really nice idea as well. And all the tea bags are biodegradable as well and sustainable and all that good stuff. And the calendar is 100% plastic free. So without further ado, let's get into the calendar. It retails at £38 and that includes free UK delivery. If you're outside the UK, like I said, it's going to cost a little bit more. So they are a series of boxes and we're just going to start pulling them out one by one and seeing what's behind each door. I say door, they're actually boxes. So this is what it looks like. This is door number 1. And if I flip it around, it actually tells you what the blend is. So this is gingerbread chai, which is definitely one of my favourite kind of Christmassy teas. So they have obviously like a core range that's available all year round, but then they also have, like I've said, different ones for different seasons. So you'll find lots of Christmassy blends in here as well as some of their kind of core range. Then it says on the end there, 1 for you and 1 for someone new, 24 steeps until Christmas. And it tells you how to brew it. So this particular one is a rooibos blend. It is caffeine free. You brew it for 4+ minutes with or without milk. And the other thing is you can actually get this calendar as a caffeine-free calendar. So if you're somebody who can't have caffeine in your tea, you can get a calendar that is completely caffeine-free. This isn't it, this is the regular calendar, but that is an option for you if that's something you do need to think about. This is what the tea bags look like. One thing I like, they're like a pyramid bag, by the way. And one thing I really like about what they've done this year compared to last year is last year, instead of telling you what the tea was on the tag, it just had really cute little like Christmas icons. The problem was if you took it out of the box, you then couldn't tell what blend it was. So I like the fact that that's no longer the way they're doing it. And yeah, I think that's a really cool idea and a cool way of doing it. So basically, if you turn that around now, so we've opened day number 1 and we've turned it around, you can then see that it now looks like a tea wall, and each one has got a different like tin, as if it was that real tea wall out of the shops, which, like I said, if you've been in a shop, it will make perfect sense to you. Gingerbread chai contains rooibos, cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, mallow flowers. Day number 2. Probably my favourite blend they do, if not definitely one of like the top 2. Chocolate digestives, chocolate biscuit deliciousness. It literally tastes like chocolate biscuits in a tea. It's that good. So this has got medium caffeine. You brew it for 4 minutes with or without milk. They say 2 to 3 minutes if you're not putting milk in. And it's a Sri Lankan black tea with cocoa shells, fenugreek, cocoa nibs, licorice roots and natural flavourings. Again, we've got 2 tea bags and it even smells delicious. Day number 3. Rhubarb and custard. So this is a tangy rhubarb and creamy custard. It's caffeine free, brewed for 4+ minutes with or without milk. It's a rooibos blend with rhubarb pieces, calendula petals and vanilla pieces. This is a really nice fruity blend. Day number 4, and my favourite Christmas blend for sure, is Snowball. But this one is actually Snowball hot cocoa, whereas I think I've had the Snowball hot cocoa. Is that the one I was having? I think it was. I think this is my favourite Christmas blend. So it's a black tea, medium caffeine, brew for 4 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes without milk, and you can have it with or without milk. It's Sri Lankan black tea, cocoa shells, cocoa nibs, desiccated coconut, red cornflowers, natural flavouring. For some reason from last Christmas I thought it was just called Snowball. I think that's just because I call it Snowball. So they've either renamed it or I'm misremembering. But this is what it looks like. So all of the teas are so delicious. They really can't seem to do anything wrong. The blends are just on point. But I think they taste even better if you're after a bit of a decadent treat with like hot milk. And you can use whatever kind of milk you want. Sometimes I'll do it with oat milk, otherwise I'll do it with like cow's milk, or you can use other kinds of milks depending on what tea you're having or your preference. But it just kind of elevates it from a tea to like a special drink. Day number 5. Today we've got Pina Colada, which is not a blend I've tried. It's coconut, pineapple, lemongrass and rose. Caffeine free, brew for 4+ minutes without milk, of course, because it's a fruit infusion. Got lovely petals and things in there. These are the kinds that in the summer, or the winter if you're that way inclined, you could definitely do them as like an iced tea as well. And there's lots of like tea recipes and things on the website if you kind of want to brew a bit of iced tea or anything, but for me that's a bit more of a summer thing. Day number 6, Earl Grey cream. So this is medium caffeine, brewed for 4 minutes with or without milk, and it's a Sri Lankan black tea with cornflowers, vanilla pieces and natural flavouring. So this is obviously an Earl Grey, as the name would suggest if you've ever had Earl Grey tea, but it's also got a little bit of an extra smoothness to it, I would say. And I think Earl Grey cream is the perfect name for it. Day number 7. Today we've got milk oolong chai, a luxurious creamy and spiced chai. So it's low caffeine, brewed for 3 minutes without milk. It's an oolong tea and you use 80-degree water. It's Chinese oolong, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, cocoa shells and chili. Ooh, smell the spice when you open this box. If you don't have a temperature controlled kettle, you want 80-degree water, the easiest way of course to do it is to get your mug, fill it with about 20% of the cup with cold water, 80% with boiling water, give it a quick stir, pop in your tea bag, you'll have around about 80-degree water. Day number 8. Today we've got the Cold Weather Warrior. It's healing eucalyptus and echinacea. If you've got a cold in particular, this is like magical. So it's 0 caffeine, it's a herbal infusion. You brew it for 4+ minutes without milk. And it's got peppermint, eucalyptus, aniseed, lemongrass, echinacea and chili. It kind of feels like a medicinal drink. It just feels like it helps you a little bit when you're struggling. I actually kept a big bag of this in last winter so that whenever I had a cold, it just felt like a real pick-me-up. And that was after trying it in the calendar. Day number 9. Today we've got Irish cream, chocolate, coffee and sweet vanilla. I don't think I've tried this unless they've renamed some of the blends. So this one is caffeine free, brewed for 4+ minutes with or without milk. It's a rooibos with cocoa shells, coffee beans, roasted dandelion roots and natural flavouring. So it's got actual coffee beans. I don't know if you can see those in there, but because the coffee beans are whole and they're not crushed, you don't get the caffeine from them, so it is still a caffeine-free tea. Day number 10. And this is a blend I remember from last Christmas. It's salted caramel Lovebacum. Probably mispronouncing it. It's a gingerbread dipped in salted caramel. Medium caffeine black tea. Brew for 4 minutes with or without milk. So it's a Sri Lankan black tea with ginger, apple pieces, cinnamon, rosehip, cardamom, cloves, orange peel and natural flavouring. This one tastes to me, if like you're saying that something tastes like an event or something Christmassy, it tastes like a Christmas market. They're not just teas, they're experiences. Day number 11, and we've got mulled cider. This is a really nice like appley warm drink. This is what it looks like. So this is a fruit infusion, so it's caffeine free, and you brew it for at least 4 minutes, have it without milk, and it's got apple pieces, ginger, rosehip, hibiscus, cinnamon, cloves, lemon peel and natural flavour. Very nice, particularly after like a cold winter walk. Day number 12, and we've got jasmine poached pears. This is a completely new blend. I've never had this before. So it's a green tea, brewing at 80 degrees, low caffeine, brew for 3 minutes without milk, and it's got Chinese sencha green tea, air-dried pear pieces, jasmine blossom and natural flavouring. Something a little bit different. Day number 13. Today we've got tea and toast, an English breakfast with raspberry jam. Now, one of my other favourite blends, I have many favourite blends because I do so many nice teas, was Vicky's Sponge Cake, and I'm wondering if this has been renamed. This is a black tea, medium caffeine, brew for 4 minutes with or without milk, and it's an Indian Assam black tea with Kenyan black tea, hibiscus, freeze-dried raspberry, apple pieces, rosehip, cornflowers. It smells like it to me, but tea and toast is a great name. They do such a good job of replicating whatever the tea is called, and I have lots of confidence that that will actually taste like tea and toast. Day number 14, birthday cake. Birthday cake is a really sweet tea that's obviously all about celebration and should be drank on your birthday and pretty much every other day of the year. So it's a caffeine-free tea, brew for 4+ minutes with or without milk, and it's a rooibos base. So probably difficult to make out on camera, but it has actual sprinkles in there as well, which when you first put the tea bag in, or if you're using one of their loose leaf teas and you just see it decorating like the top of the cup, it just adds something to it. Vanilla sponge, sweet icing and sprinkles. And as I said, it is a rooibos blend, that particular one, but yes, lovely. Day number 15, morning kick. By this point in December, we'll probably need a morning kick. So this one is a yerba mate, that's the type of tea it is. And it's a medium caffeine, brew for 4+ minutes without milk. So as well as the yerba mate, which is the kind of tea base, it's also got lemongrass, lemon verbena, ginger, lemon peel and calendula. Yerba mate is like a tea blend that has things in there that provides energy or something. I don't pretend to know too much about it, but I know it should give us a little bit of a kick when we need it, hence the name. Day number 16, the Great British Cuppa. Who doesn't love a Great British Cuppa? It's my general day-to-day drink, although I do drink a lot of blends and things in between that. This is the classic first thing in the morning for me. So it's obviously a medium caffeine, brew for 4 minutes with or without milk, and it's Indian Assam black tea, Ceylon black tea and Chinese Yunnan tea. So a little bit of a twist on your average cuppa. Day number 17, strawberry and pomegranate. So this is a sweet, fruity and fragrant blend. So you can see they use the real fruit pieces. It smells so nice and fruity. So this is a fruit infusion, caffeine free, brew for 4+ minutes without milk. It's got apple pieces, rosehip, hibiscus, sumac berries, freeze-dried strawberries, orange peel and natural flavour. Day number 18. This one is called All Nighter. Supercharged yerba mate with coffee and cocoa. Again, it's the yerba mate tea, medium caffeine, brew for 4+ minutes with or without milk. It's got Chinese sencha green tea, yerba mate, coffee beans, cocoa shells, cocoa nibs, natural flavouring. Smells so good if you like the smell of coffee. Day number 19. This one is Dozy Girl. This is one of my favourite sleepy blends. It's chamomile, lavender and rose. And it's a herbal infusion, obviously caffeine free. It's going to help you kind of relax in the evenings before you go to bed. Brew for 4+ minutes without milk. It's got chamomile blossoms, lemon verbena, hibiscus, rose petals, lemon verbena stalks, lavender blossoms. It's like a bunch of flowers. Day number 20, peach soda. Perfect peach soda pop. It's a fruit infusion, caffeine free. brew for 4+ minutes, of course without milk. It's got apple pieces, hibiscus, cardamom, or rose petals, rosehip, freeze-dried peach, orange peel, and natural flavouring. Day number 21. This one is called Mint Pistachio. Heavenly Persian Mint and Pistachio. This is definitely a new one to me. It's a black tea, medium caffeine, brew for 4 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes if you're not having milk, and you can have it with or without milk. So it's a Sri Lankan black tea with peppermint, cardamom and natural flavouring. This one smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Day number 22. Moon Drop Dreams. This is another kind of sleepy tea. It's a dreamy lemon and lavender blend. It's caffeine free, brew for 4+ minutes with or without milk, and it's a rooibos based tea. It's got apple pieces, rosehip, lavender, lemon peel, fermented lemon peel, orange peel and natural flavourings, in addition to the rooibos of course. Day number 23. This is mascarpone and sour cherry. This is definitely a new blend as well. Creamy sweet ice cream and sour cherry. Ooh, that sounds interesting. So it's an oolong tea, brew at 80 degrees, low caffeine, brew for 3 minutes without milk, Chinese Tiguan Yin oolong, apple pieces, rose hip, hibiscus, freeze-dried cherry, cranberry, orange peel, morello cherries and natural flavouring. Day number 24, Christmas Eve. Moji tea, refreshing green tea, mint and lime. So it's a green tea, brew at 80 degrees, low caffeine, brew for 3 minutes without milk, and it's a Chinese green tea with peppermint, lime pieces, lemongrass and lime leaves. So now I have unboxed all of them. This is what they look like the other way around. So now you can see it looks just like a tea wall, if you've seen a tea wall. If not, get yourself to a store. So the colours mean something as well. So the black containers here mean it's a black tea, and the green ones mean it's a green tea. Orange is your fruit blends. I can't remember the others. I'll just tell you all online as well. So I think for me, what I'm going to do, because there's 2 every day and I don't feel like sharing, is while I've got the calendar like this, I'm just going to pick a different tea each day right now because it's September and I've got a long way to wait for my advent calendar. So I'm just going to have one out of each one, and as I've had them, I'm going to turn them back around so that when Christmas countdown actually comes around in December, I'll still have one of every tea. What do you think of that idea? I'm getting like 2 calendars for the price of one. So I'll put a link underneath if you do want to go and get the calendar. Like I said, this is the regular version. They also do a caffeine-free version and they also do a matcha version. And I'll be back to unbox the Halloween calendar just as soon as that arrives. Like I said, I'll put the link and everything underneath so it's super easy for you to find, and they do ship worldwide. So wherever you are in the world, you can get yourself some really delicious tea. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing. And I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.